Powerless by Lauren Roberts is a captivating and gripping novel set in a dystopian world where power is everything, and those without it are nothing. The story is an exhilarating exploration of identity, oppression, and the lengths one must go to survive in a world where the rules of society are dictated by supernatural abilities. With a deep cast of characters, a rich, imaginative world, and a thrilling plot, Powerless keeps readers on the edge of their seats from beginning to end. If you're looking for an audiobook that blends fantasy, romance, and social critique, Powerless by Lauren Roberts is a story you won't want to miss. The novel is set in the kingdom of Ilya, a land divided by power. In this world, a mysterious plague has altered the course of humanity, leaving certain survivors with extraordinary abilities, transforming them into the ruling elites. These elites possess powers that allow them to control the fate of the powerless. In contrast, the ordinaries, those who did not gain any supernatural powers from the plague, are left marginalized and oppressed, living on the outskirts of society. The elites live in luxury, their powers fueling their dominance, while the powerless struggle for survival in the shadows, their lives defined by hardship and inequality. At the heart of this powerful narrative is Paedyn Gray, a young woman who has lived her entire life as one of the powerless. Despite the fact that she was born without any magical abilities, Paedyn has always possessed something far more dangerous: an unyielding spirit and an intelligence that rivals that of even the elites. Paedyn is the type of character who refuses to accept the world as it is, constantly seeking ways to bend the rules and survive in a society that is rigged against her. Her resilience and determination are immediately evident, and her journey throughout the book is one of growth, empowerment, and defiance. Paedyn's life begins in the gritty, dangerous streets of Loot Alley, a rundown district in the capital where the powerless are forced to live. She shares her life with her best friend, Adina, and the two of them have learned to navigate the challenges of their world together. They work hard to survive, finding ways to get by in a place where food is scarce, safety is fleeting, and people with no power are treated as less than human. Paedyn, however, is clever and resourceful, able to keep her head above water in a world where most would sink. To protect herself and her loved ones, Paedyn pretends to be a psychic, one of the most coveted powers among the elites. This masquerade keeps her safe from being targeted and gives her a certain amount of respect, but it's also a constant risk. If anyone were to find out that she doesn't truly have powers, her life could be in grave danger. One day, Paedyn's life takes an unexpected turn when she crosses paths with Prince Kai Azer, the second-born son of the king. Kai is one of the most powerful elites in the kingdom, trained as an enforcer, which is a title reserved for those who are tasked with keeping the powerless in check. From the very beginning, their interactions are charged with tension, as Paedyn's rebellious nature clashes with the rigid, hierarchical structure that Kai enforces. Though the two of them come from completely different worlds, a spark of chemistry ignites between them, and this unlikely connection forms the basis for a complex and evolving relationship. The potential for romance is undeniable, but so too is the divide between their social standings. Their relationship deepens further when Paedyn becomes involved in the Purging Trials, a deadly competition where only the most powerful participants can emerge victorious. These trials are designed to showcase the strengths of the elites and to further cement their superiority. Paedyn, however, is thrust into the trials against her will when she inadvertently saves Kai's life during an assassination attempt. Her bravery in this moment changes the course of her life, and she's forced to participate in the trials, where she must confront her deepest fears, face off against her opponents, and survive a series of grueling tests. Throughout the Purging Trials, Paedyn struggles to keep her true identity a secret. Despite her lack of powers, she holds her own in the arena, relying on her intellect, determination, and quick thinking to navigate the many challenges she faces. She forms alliances with other contestants, including the brooding Prince Kai, who finds himself questioning everything he has been taught about power and the elite's role in society. Paedyn's strength, courage, and resilience are not just physical but mental, and she is constantly forced to outsmart and outmaneuver those around her in order to stay alive. As the trials progress, she uncovers shocking truths about the kingdom and the oppressive regime that governs her world. One of the most compelling aspects of Powerless is how it explores the theme of power. The elites may have magical abilities, but they are not necessarily the most powerful people in the story. Paedyn, who has no magical gifts, proves time and time again that true power lies not in supernatural abilities, but in one's will to survive and fight for what is right. Through her, the novel highlights the ways in which people who are oppressed can find ways to gain power, even if that power is not the type that can be measured by force or domination. As Paedyn becomes more entangled in the trials and the politics of the elites, she learns about the resistance, a group of powerful rebels who are determined to bring down the oppressive regime. Her involvement with the resistance forces had to confront not only the harsh realities of her world, but also her own beliefs about justice, rebellion, and survival. As the story unfolds, Paedyn's character evolves from a young woman trying to stay alive in a cruel world to a determined fighter willing to risk everything to change the course of history. The relationship between Paedyn and Kai is another compelling aspect of Powerless. Kai is a deeply conflicted character. He has been trained to uphold the system of power that oppresses people like Paedyn, yet he finds himself questioning everything he has been taught. The growing attraction between the two of them forces Kai to confront the tension between duty and morality. As they work together through the trials and their developing bond, Paedyn and Kai must navigate their own emotions and allegiances. They are both fighting for different causes, yet they are drawn to one another in a way that complicates their respective paths. The climax of the novel is filled with twists and emotional revelations. Paedyn discovers that her father was involved in the resistance, and the truth about his death at the hands of Kai during enforcer training shakes her to the core. This revelation forces Paedyn to reevaluate her perceptions of revenge, justice, and forgiveness. As the story reaches its emotional peak, Paedyn must make choices that could alter the future of Ilya and determine the fate of the resistance. Powerless is a story about much more than just surviving in a harsh, unforgiving world. It is an exploration of identity, strength, and the true meaning of power. Through Paedyn's journey, readers are forced to confront their own beliefs about power structures, oppression, and the ways in which people can resist and fight for change. The novel is a deep, thought-provoking work that will stay with you long after you turn the last page or finish the audiobook. If you're looking for an audiobook that's thrilling, emotional, and filled with twists and turns, Powerless by Lauren Roberts is an excellent choice. With its rich world-building, complex characters, and a plot that keeps you hooked from start to finish, it is a story that will captivate listeners from all walks of life. Whether you're a fan of fantasy, romance, or dystopian fiction, Powerless delivers on all fronts. And with the promise of more books to come in the series, this is just the beginning of Paedyn's journey, and a journey you won't want to miss.